The notorious baby farmer, Amelia Dyer, known as the Ogress of Reading, stands as one of the most infamous figures in British criminal history. Born in the 19th century, she gained notoriety for her role in the murder of infants under the guise of baby farming, a practice where women would care for infants in exchange for payment. However, Dyer's actions took a sinister turn as she callously neglected and ultimately murdered countless infants for financial gain. This detailed account will delve into the life, crimes, and legacy of Amelia Dyer, shedding light on the dark depths of human depravity. Chapter 1: Early Life and Background. Amelia Elizabeth Hobley was born on October 16, 1837, in Pile Marsh, Bristol, England, to a working-class family. Her childhood was marked by poverty and hardship, as her family struggled to make ends meet. Little is known about her early years, but it is believed that she received only a basic education before entering the workforce at a young age. Amelia's life took a significant turn when she entered the field of nursing and midwifery. Nursing was a respectable profession for women at the time, and it provided Amelia with both employment and a sense of purpose. However, her career would soon take a dark and sinister turn, leading her down a path of infamy and murder. Chapter 2: Baby Farming and Crime. In the late 19th century, baby farming was a common practice in England, particularly among unmarried women who found themselves pregnant and unable to care for their infants. These women would often pay baby farmers to care for their babies, with the expectation that they would be placed in loving homes or adopted by wealthy families. Amelia Dyer saw an opportunity to profit from this practice and began operating as a baby farmer. She took in infants under the guise of caring for them but instead neglected and abused them, allowing them to die from malnutrition, illness, or outright murder. Dyer's actions were motivated by greed, as she saw the infants as nothing more than a source of income. Over the course of several years, Dyer's crimes escalated in both frequency and brutality. She operated with impunity, preying on vulnerable mothers and their infants with ruthless efficiency. It is estimated that she may have been responsible for the deaths of hundreds of infants during her reign of terror. Chapter 3: Arrest and Conviction. Despite her best efforts to evade justice, Amelia Dyer was finally caught and arrested in 1879 after the body of an infant was discovered floating in the River Thames. The child was traced back to Dyer, who was known to have taken in the baby shortly before its death. However, due to a lack of evidence, Dyer was only charged with neglect and sentenced to 6 months of hard labor. Following her release from prison, Dyer resumed her nefarious activities, this time becoming even more brazen in her crimes. She moved to Reading, Berkshire, where she continued to operate as a baby farmer, taking in infants and disposing of them in increasingly callous and cruel ways. In 1896, Dyer's reign of terror finally came to an end when the body of an infant was discovered in a package on a train bound for London. The package was traced back to Dyer, who was arrested and charged with murder. During the investigation, police uncovered evidence linking Dyer to numerous other infant deaths, revealing the full extent of her crimes. Chapter 4: Trial and Execution. Amelia Dyer stood trial for murder in 1896, and she was found guilty of the crime. The trial captivated the nation, with newspapers across the country reporting on the gruesome details of Dyer's crimes. Witnesses testified to Dyer's callous disregard for human life, painting a chilling portrait of a woman consumed by greed and depravity. Dyer was sentenced to death by hanging, and on June 10, 1896, she was executed at Newgate Prison in London. Her execution marked the end of one of the most notorious criminal careers in British history, but it also raised troubling questions about the failings of the justice system and the plight of vulnerable women and children in Victorian England. Chapter 5: Legacy and Impact. The case of Amelia Dyer shocked and horrified the public, leading to calls for reform in the regulation of baby farming and the care of infants in England. Her name became synonymous with evil, and her crimes continue to fascinate and horrify people to this day. The legacy of Amelia Dyer serves as a cautionary tale about the depths of human depravity and the vulnerability of the innocent. Her story has been the subject of numerous books, articles, and documentaries, each attempting to unravel the mystery of her motivations and actions. In conclusion, Amelia Dyer's life and crimes stand as a chilling reminder of the dark side of humanity, a side capable of unimaginable cruelty and violence. Her name will forever be associated with one of the most heinous crimes in British history, serving as a stark warning of the dangers of unchecked greed and ambition. Chapter 6: Psychological Profile. Understanding the psyche of Amelia Dyer is essential to comprehending the depths of her depravity. Several psychological factors likely contributed to her transformation into a prolific serial killer. 6.1 Early trauma. Growing up in poverty and hardship may have left a lasting impact on Amelia Dyer's psyche. Poverty can be a significant risk factor for mental health issues, and experiencing adversity during childhood can lead to the development of maladaptive coping mechanisms. We will delve into other aspects in the next video. Stay tuned. Like, share and subscribe.